Kathleen Kennedy is unfortunately a name connected to stars for all the wrong reasons. Her horrible shows and movies would reach new levels of insane. She'd hated by Star Wars fans. So how did she become so hated by Star Wars fans and by the public? Kenny graduated from Shasta High School in Redding, California in 1971. She continued education at San Diego State University where she majored in telecommunications and film. In her final year, Kennedy gained employment at a local San Diego TV station KCST, now known as KNSD, taking on various roles including camera operator, video editor, floor director, and finally as KCST news production conductor from 1978 to 2011. After her employment with KCST, she produced a local talk show entitled "You're On" for the station for 4 years before moving to Los Angeles. In Los Angeles, Kinney secured her first film production job working as an assistant to John Mallis, who at the time was executive producer of Spielberg's 1941-1979. While working under Mallis during the production of 1941, Kenny caught the attention of Steven Spielberg, who stayed in 2015.
I remember Kathy came into the room with her steno pad and her pencil, and she was horrible at taking notes, and she was terrible at, she didn't really know how to do it very well. But what she did know how to do was interrupt somebody in mid-sentence. We'd be pitching ideas back and forth, and Kathy, who's supposed to be writing these ideas down, suddenly put her pencil down and would say something like, "And what if he didn't get the girl, but instead..."
Despite this, he would keep her as an employee. Spielberg asked Kenny to become his secretary for her organizational abilities, and Kenny gradually took on larger roles in the movie-making process. Kenny was credited as associate producer to Spielberg's on Raiders of the Lost Ark 1981. In her early stages of being a producer, believe it or not, she would actually be a producer of one of the greatest movies of all time. She was executive producer of Gremlins, Fargo, The Goonies, and she would produce Back to the Future, Young Sherlock Holmes, and American Tailor, and many others. And in the 90s, she would produce a few flops, but it would be nothing what we would get later on. So how did she go from producing this to this? Well, she must have lost her touch. After Force Awakens, which is one of the better sequels she would produce, Last Jedi bad. Mandalorian first two seasons good, Rise of Skywalker bad, and others. So Mandalorian season 3 was a disaster. Jon Favreau would say she is a great producer.
And we're very lucky that between Lucasfilm and Kathy, the whole group that we have are incredibly supportive and encouraging. Kathy Kennedy, we brought in very early on this conversation. And Kathy, first and foremost, is a great producer. And producers figure out ways to make things happen that are creatively exciting to the storytellers.
Not only does she understand how to create an environment where we can have all the tools that we need to explore and experiment and be creative, but also knows what it takes to incubate ideas and understands the significance of when you do it right, what that could represent.
That would be correct for the past, but now most certainly not. Mandalorian Season 3 had the same writers and directors, so what happened? Don't know. Critical Drinker would bash Kathleen Kennedy. She also fired Gina Carano, allegedly for her political beliefs, and is still on her lawsuit. She might win. Anyways, I'm shocked she can sue them because not too long ago, this guy's wife died from a allergic reaction from a Disney-owned restaurant and tried to sue, but couldn't because he signed terms of service. Shocked Disney didn't do the same to their employees. They either can't, which is odd, or didn't do it. In fact, after Mandalorian Season 3, I found it hard to find any projects that weren't horrible. A few weren't, but not many. It's unlikely she will ever be fired from Lucasfilms.
Anyways, that's it on my video for Kathleen Kennedy. Leave a like or dislike. Leave a comment. You can be notified for occasional videos of all of them. See you all next time.